Hello class, my name is Marcel. Um, Today we're going to talk about the article assignment of business of business. Okay. Um, I pretty much came up with a good scenario based on the article. And here my scenario presented to everyone was pretty much so you work for an organization or company selling cars, right? The organization and business has a certain goal or gives employees a certain goal. Okay. Now, the organization says, okay, if you could sell 30 cars in 2 months, then you will get a bonus. Now, Team A, Team A consists of personnel that are highly motivated, always willing to work, high morale and energy. Now, Team B consists of personnel that are unhappy, always late to work, inconsistent performance and results. Now, Team A performance. So, based off this example here, I throw in an example of what Team A's performance looks like. So, things are going well, they have a steady increase, it's moving towards a positive outcome. Team B, on the other hand, that we said that were low on morale and had erratic results. Well, as you can see in this example here in the graph, it's always going up and down, so it's unpredictable. Things are not working smoothly, but still, it's moving towards progress. So, a simulated graph here, I have number of cars sold, so 30 cars, so 10, 20, 30, which they need to meet, and then they have broken down by months, month 1, month 2. So Team A results, the one that was making progress in a smooth, towards meeting their goal, did not meet the goal at the end of the second month. However, Team B, with their results up and down and erratic, they actually made the results. So why is that? Well, what is the main idea behind this? The question we should ask each other or ourselves is how, okay? We see that Team B reached the goal and Team A didn't. At the end of the day, the organization and business is going to ask themselves or say, we do not care how you got there as long as you got there, okay? So it's the end result. The goal is to help measure and gauge where the company is. And on the other hand, if the organization or business is not meeting the demands or reaching goals based off of trends, this is where they can start asking themselves the big picture of how we got there and how we can improve services and businesses. Okay, so there's 2 quotes that I quoted from the article, and it was the writing of John Ruskin's remarks, and the fact that people never had clearly explained to them the true functions of merchant with respect to other people. He then puts in what we do today, as we call business, in the context of the 5 great intellectual professions necessary to life of every civilized nation with respect to the nation. So, one good example that I'm going to read off is the soldier's profession is to defend it. Okay. Another one, such as the physicians to keep it in health and the pastors to teach it. The second quote is business of a profession. Brandy's remarks that the recognized professions definitely reject the size of financial return as the measures of success. They select as their test excellence of performance in the broadest sense and include, among other things, advance in particular occupation and service to the community. These are the base of all worthy reputations and recognized professions. In them, a large income is the ordinary incident of success, but he who exaggerates the value of the incident is apt to fail in real success. So I guess I could make another analogy here. Okay, me as a student at my current local flight school, flight instructors are upheld to a certain standard. You have your FBO, then you have literally the instructors. Well, the people are not going to look at the flight school. They're going to think about the flight instructors. What is the quality? So, in other hand, by this quote, this is a good analogy of using like the flight instructors at a flight school, creating the business and driving the business to make the company look good. Conclusion is pretty much understanding how money works and the purpose of its is very important. Business and money cannot work without one another. It's like a cycle, a chain. Once they're linked, they will always have to be linked because, for example, cars of the business, or in other words, the cars the business sell to customers represent the company. Okay, and the customers, the fuel represents the money. So they work in conjunction and together with one another. So one cannot work without the other. And then money is still an essential process, what keeps a business going. But remember, economy fuels and drives how a business operates as well, regardless of service. If one person is willing to sacrifice for a good, then he or she must be able to pay the price. And that concludes my presentation. Thank you.